Now we've got our winner's resolution here. Horrible Will against Blue Hair. This should be interesting because I would say it's two of the more wacky, creative players.
Yeah, both of them showcasing some unusual strategies in their first games. We had that asymmetrical kind of Vulcan marksman game from Horrible Will, and then of course we just saw that Ray game with the marksman and factory from Blue Hair.
Yeah, I'll be curious if we see that once again. I feel like Horrible Will almost never does like a full aggro, right? Like he'll do games that like kind of seem adjacent to aggro or like asymmetrical stuff, but I've never seen him just like put stuff on the line very often.
Yeah, he sometimes, it's like he will do that reactively, as in he will play around his towers on round 1, and if you happen to be pushing him, that's when he will attack your other side.
Yeah. It's like he's somewhat a reactive player, but also somewhat like positioning his units to create threats or like to just kind of cause problems, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I guess creating an imbalance is what he's trying to do, and that
Good way.
gives odds to both you and your opponent. But if you feel like you're the stronger one, then it should give you more options. Whereas navigating an exact mirror, which is symmetrical, can sometimes be tough, even if strategically, like, you might feel like you're the stronger player.
Yeah, you put that super well. Definitely agree here. Well, we'll see if Blue Hair is going to start playing really far back once again, or if he's going to be a little bit more normal. Let's see. Let's get into it. I see some hounds. I don't know if they're going to pick the hounds or not. We've got an elite pack as well, by the way. Lots of balls here for Blue Hair.
Blue Hair actually has the same pack that he picked in the previous one that got cancelled.
He legally has to pick it. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Oh, what is that? Why didn't you like it this time? There was a ball crawler marksman.
That's a sweet pack, though, honestly, especially on defense, if that ever is needed. Doesn't look like it, though. Wait, aerial specialist. Time for him to do the Phantom Ray stuff? Maybe Abyss?
Maybe Abyss? I don't think it's gonna be Abyss. Just trying to manage expectations here, you know, I want to see it, but I would be very surprised.
When do you think Abyss is Biss?
As in, when is it good?
Correct.
I think if your opponent builds a line of preferably with no chaff in front.
I see.
And clicks the barrier tech.
Then oh, never mind.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Makes sense. Horrible Will being Horrible Will, by the way. His Stormcallers are in like the weirdest formation.
Yeah, now we get to see his POV from this side of the board.
Indeed. The weirdness is forefront.
He has changed sides, though. I think in game number 1, he was on the right side with the Storms.
I mean, his heat maps looked pretty symmetrical. I was kind of impressed. Like, if you're doing such a weird playstyle, you'd think you would have, like, a bias, but nope.
It also seemed a little bit empty, though, compared to, like, Blue Hair, which was just, like, the most colored-in map I've ever seen.
I know, right?
Well, Sledgehammers will prevail yet again. It is just a good matchup, typically. This time around, Horrible Will have a little bit more hit points than the 3,500 that he started with in game 1.
Let's see. We got mass-produced Sledge. Pretty good.
It's a fun card. I think it's kind of fine as well if you're into normal Sledges.
Yeah. I mean, it's just really efficient. It's like kind of like Hound level. It's probably like more efficient than Hounds.
Yeah, although Hounds are like really good at shaft clear, though. They're so much better than Sledgehammers at shaft clearing.
That's true. A bit of a different role, I suppose.
Ooh, is this going to be a patented like standard Wraith game from Blue Hair?
Yeah, he was doing that.
Wasp Swarm.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to go for the Wasp Swarm when you already have like kind of a cheesy play in the Wraith, but I mean, I guess if like Horrible Will goes for a Marksman, you may need it.
It's also, he's a supply spec. He's not the aerial spec. The aerial spec is on the other side. That's Horrible Will.
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. Like a Phoenix would be a pretty natural play for Horrible Will because it's free to unlock.
Didn't go for it though. Just went for double Mustang here. Respectful of the Wasp drop. Skipped. Didn't pick any cards. But I don't think the Mustangs will be able to deal with this Wraith, so that should just be a default win for Blue Hair.
Yeah, I suspect so too. Especially with the Wasp Swarm coming in. He's supply spec as well, so money ain't no problem. He can buy those type of cards. Meanwhile, the aerial specialist just hasn't used their specialist at all, so kind of an interesting game we have on our hands here. The question is, will Horrible Will go for like a boat to kill the Wraith, like a Raiden? Could just be Phoenix. I feel like that would be the most like safe play, but not really making a huge use of the specialist there.
And we've got a rapid laser sight pickup. Bunch of great items for Wraith that improved firepower, looking strong as well. I mean, I guess we could see the same thing for Horrible Will, considering he has Mustangs.
Yeah. Definitely agree there. I'm really curious to see where Horrible will take this. Like, Abyss, honestly, no Kappa could eventually come out.
I'm
Just
not
saying, guys. Just saying.
well, it would be a play, yes, but I wouldn't bet money on it.
Rooster, you're no fun.
Wow, okay.
It's
I'm
good,
not
all right?
normal, I'm not fun. Great. I
Yes,
love
yes.
this. I love casting with you.
Indeed.
Such a
It's
blast.
great. Yep, yep.
Well, the laser sight has been slammed on the Wraith. The laser sight is picked up for Horrible Will as well, after a little bit of a think.
Yeah, what is Horrible Will going to do? That's the question. It is a boat. Okay, laser's probably going on it. Lined up with the Wraith. And he doesn't have to stay in the boat, right? He could answer the Wraith may or may not get sold, and then the boat can get sold.
Yeah. Horrible Will being him, though, I have seen him play a whole bunch of carry overlords.
Yes, he loves that unit.
Doesn't run the HE, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Crawlers could be a problem down the line if we do go the carry boat way.
Yeah, definitely possible here. We've got just a few, three level 1 marks. Will that be enough to take the Overlord down? I mean, there's some annoying hounds left. There's a sledge pack. The tower's gonna fall. I guess I reckon the boat will fall.
Yeah,
Maybe?
seems like, oh, okay, Stormcaller is doing their best to try and make that an untrue statement, but...
Wow, this boat is insane. Okay.
That's much
Maybe
closer
even
than
leveled.
expected. I thought that would be like a couple hundred damage, not just a singular 100.
Yeah, it did level. Okay, here's some air units. Stat bonus here for the aerial specialist. Badgers are a good tank for your boats, and we mentioned the crawler problem. I see a sell button was unlocked, though. Let me take a peek behind the panel here. We're selling Stormcallers.
We are. I guess they're not the most useful into like Sledgehammer, Crawler, Hound. But yeah, have a look at this. So now
Dude, you're
with
on the
the unit
money.
drop...
You said he sometimes aggroes reactively, and look at that.
Yeah, it's just a very like Horrible Will thing.
Yep.
Double Fire Badger too. I mean, that's a pretty scary push. It's a classic combination with the boats too. Probably slightly better than Sledgehammer boat, just shaft gear wise.
Mm-hmm. This is a really interesting board state we're in now. I think Horrible Will is going to be selling out of a lot of stuff. Like, it's either Stormcaller or that boat next. And then he might just pivot all the way to the right side. We know he loves asymmetry. So he'll like probably fortify the left tower, you know, maybe oil to slow things down. And then he's just got boat asymmetry summoning wasps.
Yeah, although Blue Hair already picked up some elite stangs this round and had enough money to go for range. Went for the
True.
steel balls from the drop, and so, well, while the play is definitely worth mentioning for Horrible Will, the board on the other side is not exactly standard either, with some steel ball stang going on.
Yeah, very true here. And the tempo is certainly not on his side. I mean, he doesn't have like the ground cannon tech loadout either, which I feel would be a bit better in a spot like this.
Yeah, I think if you want to really push into tower, then that can be better.
Hmm.
It's certainly not as good scaling wise, but it seems like Blue Hair has maybe read this like a book though. Already Horrible Will down to 2200. That looked dominant. The Mustangs performed super well.
Yeah, I feel you. There's been some really nice moves here, and I don't know, boats are notorious for being bad tempo, especially when they got changed to 500 cost. So pretty sketchy, and now Horrible Will has to be thinking like, okay, crap, Ion Blast is offered, boats are big, they're hard to dodge things, I'm kind of set up for it. But Blue Hair not doing it, so now Horrible Will's probably thinking like, okay, I got a beacon, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to play around it. You could also just say, I don't care enough.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that you push in fast.
What did we sell?
Don't exactly know.
Wasn't Storm, wasn't the bow, so maybe like an arc light, I don't know.
Must have been.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, we're field maintaining the Badgers. That is a
Whoa.
cool move.
Okay, I mean, that'll help against the Mustangs. There are some steel balls as well, though, and some marksmen.
Yeah.
And speaking of marksmen, anti-air now coming out for Blue Hair. Goes for the temp speed, interestingly. I think that's just to try and both pressure the left tower fast and make sure that the
Dodge.
units kind of catch up from the flank.
I guess you dodge things like Ion a little bit better, and you dodge like Overlord's just like basic attack with crawlers, for example.
Oh, that's also a really good point, yeah.
Yeah, pretty interesting decision there. Looks like we're not able to break through this front line. There's just so much stuff in the way. Sledges are annoying. Obviously, lots of Mustangs was a great read. Aerial specialization marksman, and I mean, this game is just not looking good.
That's a lot of damage, considering it's only small units. Yeah, over 1,000. About 1,400 dealt there. Now Horrible Will down to 800. That's pretty much means he can't afford any more mistakes. Do the unit drops help him, or do they favor Blue Hair more here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I think I I'm not even sure what the problem is. I feel like the Badgers are not maybe like he can't clear all the stuff in front of the tower basically. So it's like what helps you here? Like probably
I mean,
nothing,
there's
right?
multiple problems, right? Like, one is you don't have any chaff on the right side, so your Fire Badgers are tanking. The Fire Badgers don't have
Yes.
range, so they don't chaff clear very efficiently, and the Overlords have zero tech, so
Hmm.
they kind of just get stuck shooting the Fangs or the Crawlers that don't get cleared.
Yes, agree. I think multi melter was probably good, but at the same time, he doesn't really need it.
It just goes
For
for
blue
the
hair.
Phantoms.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, we have a flank coming in.
Okay, that I understand, but what is this like front one? Like, what's the point of it? Am I missing something?
I don't know. I really
Okay.
don't know. That's just
Yeah.
gonna die. Okay, just put some crawlers around it, but
Yeah, it's like some sort of like stall play, right? He's like trying to. Okay,
ah,
okay, okay.
okay. Wow,
Oh,
acid crawler. I haven't seen people run that in a while.
same. Like, that's weird. It's just for badgers. Like, I guess he could be thinking like a war factory could come down or something, but or like the big saber
Also, I
tooth that
will
was
say,
offered.
I know the Phantom Oil is like very cheap, but Horrible Will had no chaff on the right side, so I don't know why we're trying to set things on fire.
Does the fire and acid amplify each other? Like, does the fire deal more
Yeah,
damage now?
yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's decent deeps, but yeah.
Well, the flank will come in
Uh,
though, and all the badges are already dead on the right side. Left side hasn't been given any love for the past like 3 rounds, so that isn't winning, and as the boats are going down, I think that's just going to be it. Round 6 for blue hair.
Indeed, it looks like another hair is moving on. We've got red hair and blue hair going to be joining after winning this best of one.
Some really clean and fast games from him too there. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty dominating, I have to say. Like, I liked the horrible will move where he like did the boat, put the laser on it, clutched around, but then it was just all downhill.
Yeah, these marksmen, just a real threat with that AA, and the Mustangs being elite recruited, given instant range, just performed so well for blue hair. He's still on full health too, didn't lose a single round.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, that was all for the best of ones. As you said, blue hair will be going through as the first person in Group C. We still have one more spot left, but only 3 players. Or well, only one spot, and we have 3 players, which we'll have to battle it out in the best of 3s of that lower bracket.
Indeed. It's going to be Sako up against Raccoon.
Raccoon, yeah.